Hello folks, welcome back. I hope you are all doing good. We are back in the Aerosoft A330 today, A330-300 in the Air Canada livery. And yeah, we are doing a domestic flight, although a rather long one. We are going from Montreal over to Vancouver. Flight time today is estimated at 4 hours and 55 minutes, so it's quite a bit of a journey. And yeah, I think they have like 2 to 3 flights daily on this route at these times. And this one, the Air Canada 301, being operated with the A330, sometimes also with the Dreamliner. But yeah, we are flying the A330. And I was quite surprised to see that they are also flying the Airbus 220 on this route as well, which was pretty... Yeah, I was quite surprised seeing that they can operate this plane apparently efficiently on such a long route, but that's what this aircraft is capable of. But yeah, nevertheless, we are going to focus on the A330 today, and as you can see around, it's a rather beautiful day here at Montreal. Some clouds very high up, and other than that, really nice weather, even some traffic here around. Yeah, we're flying offline today, so I've loaded in some AI traffic. And boarding is going on, containers are being loaded, so yeah, let's jump right into the flight deck and get going. Alright, so here we are. I have loaded in the flight plan already. Maybe we can have a quick look at the load sheet as well to see what we are in for today. So zero fuel at 157.8. Block fuel 33 tons, and yeah, takeoff weight 190 out of a maximum. I think A330 has 230 something, so about 40 tons shy of max takeoff weight. We're not too heavy today. And yeah, then let's see how this goes. Also, I've decided to use the EFB today. Usually I don't really like the Aerosoft EFB too much, that's why I've not used it up to this point, but I thought today we give it a bit of a change, and so I've connected to Navigraph already. We have the charts here, and yeah, let's see how this works. I barely use it, so not sure how well this goes. We have the aircraft in here, that's perfect. We understand, I think, Alpha 51, and it's all really hard to read, but yeah, in fact we are departing on with 06 left today over here. So we just need to get a pushback with the tail to the left, and then it's a quick taxi down to the runway. 06 left, taking off. And in terms of SID, there's only really this one SID in Montreal, which is the Montreal 1 departure. Very convenient, so just runway heading 057. And then we will turn direct the first waypoint of our route whenever we like, basically. Just seeing if there's like a minimum turn altitude, but I mean we can climb out for a couple of feet, so that should be fine. Yeah, climb heading 057 as assigned for vectors for assigned route. All right. Altitude, jet aircraft maintain 5,000, so that's the initial clearance, and yeah, that's what we will do. So 5,000 goes in here. And yeah, then let's set up the departure flight plan. Departure 06 left, Montreal 1, insert manual, and then over to Casca, which no idea how far off it is. There it is. Okay, not too far, like 30-40 miles. All right. Okay, so that's very straightforward for the departure. I don't think we even need to tune any. I mean, we could tune the Montreal VOR, but I'm not sure if that's really going to help us a lot. So yeah, that's all very straightforward. Then I'm not sure if there's a better taxi chart than this one. Taxi overview. Okay, no. Then we just use the general airport chart and zoom in a bit. And they don't really show any taxiway designations on here, which is a bit weird, but never mind. So we will taxi out, then probably not Golf, but this one down here, whichever entry this is. Right, okay, boarding is completed, that's good. Now let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Like that, and yeah, I think in terms of FMC setup we've done most of it. I think I haven't loaded in the winds yet, so let's go ahead and do that. This can disappear. Like that. Fuel prediction. Yeah, I've increased the alternate fuel a bit, so now we are even a little bit below the minimum fuel, but I think it will sort out. I'm not really very trusty in the A330 fuel calculations. And also I'm just seeing it's quite cold outside, but since there are no low-hanging clouds and it's dry, we don't need engine NTIs for the takeoff. And yeah, so let's see what we get here. We will do a let's go flap 2 today. I think it's the standard procedure for most airlines in the A330. And then we have speeds 136, 36 and 43 and flex temperature 54. So you can already guess that this is going to be a rather short takeoff run. Right, and then we have done this cruise altitude 380 initially, fuel prediction that's done, secondary we can copy the active. Okay, and yeah, that's that for the flight planning. And now we can also do some checklists and flows, or let's do the checklists only. So before start checklist to the line, windows and doors are not closed, I think. Quickly looking at it, seems like they are completed. Aircraft doors, close, 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 and close. In the meanwhile, we can, oh, does it not work? Ah, like this, okay. 1000 TA. Okay, now the doors should be closed, perfect. Beacons are coming on in a second. Thrust levels are idle, acupressure is checked, no steering disconnected. I think that's done by the ground crew, and parking brake is set. Okay, so the beacons, and let's put on the fuel pumps, APU bleed, and then release the external power. Seatbelts, of course. And then we can go ahead and ask for pushback. Righty, and yeah, I forgot to mention the time of the flight. So we are departing in the rather early morning. Now it should be around 8 o'clock, 11 past 8. Okay, so we are a few minutes behind. And yeah, then of course there will be a full daytime flight over to Montreal. Over to Vancouver, of course. Getting quite confused with the destinations already.
We're ready for pushback.
Okay, and before start, checklist below the line. Cockpit preparation, scanning, gear pins and covers removed, signs are on, adheres on nav, fuel quantity, 33 tons on board, that is. Takeoff data set by reference is set 3025 checked. And harness, whatever harness is, I have no idea really. Secure. ATC facing, no, we would need to face west, I believe. Yeah, that's all done. Okay, and then start. And then we're gonna have the after start checklist. Alrighty, and off we go. Now I haven't checked for traffic. This guy seems to be parked. No, it looks good. And nobody else is moving right now. I wonder if this airport clutters placed correctly here. That seems to be fairly close to the taxi line. And there's an Air Transit A321 coming in. Never mind. Okay, let's go ahead and we will fire up engine number 2. Okay, I think that's a very messed up pushback procedure here, so let's rather look some other way. Yeah, that's always when we trust these preset pushback procedures. Sometimes it's better to just quickly edit it ourselves, and then we know it's going to work out. Yeah, but this is becoming very interesting here. And he's probably coming in on our taxiway as well. Right, okay, I think number 2 is stable, looks like it, so let's fire up number 1. Alright, so I think we have 2 good engine starts. So engine starter goes back to normal. And the overhead flows, APU goes off. We don't need engine, NTIs, and APU comes off. Flight controls trim should be 3.9. There it is. And weather radar, speed brakes arm. This goes to position 2. Come on, there it is. Max and flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up,
left is clear,
full down, neutral and the radar, full left and full right. That's checked. Right, and after start checklist, NTIs is off, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim is set, radar trim is 0. And ground crew is clear. Very good. Yeah, we can do those checklists on the way. So let's put on the taxi lights and turn off lights. And once these guys are gone, we can release the parking brake. Yeah, I think we're gonna taxi on idle power today, since we are not very heavy. Okay, right, I think now we should be good. So, releasing the parking brake. And there we go, beautiful. Yeah, exterior lights, we're gonna do this later, of course. Before takeoff checklist to the line, load sheet is checked, flight controls are checked, flight instruments are checked, briefing is confirmed, flight settings. I think that should be flap settings. We have config 2 checked. And V speeds, we have done those, ECAM memo. Takeoff. No blue apart from the cabin crew, which will hopefully come in a second. Okay, they are starting with the safety demonstration now. It's a bit late. Yeah, I think let's go right. And then left on the other taxiway. I think makes a bit more sense to leave the apron free for the other aircrafts at the gate. Alrighty. Yeah, so I think to get full length, we need to take another left-hand turn here, and then the last right-hand turn available. I really love these cloud textures up there. It looks very stunning. Very realistic. Right, okay, so left-hand turn, and then we are very close. Okay, some crash here on the taxiway, interesting. Okay, and some traffic coming in. Right. Looks like he's very much on our runway, although still a bit high. No, I think he's okay. 3,000 feet. Yeah, let's take this right-hand turn here, and then we pretty much have full length of the runway. And then we anyway need to hold short for the second to wait until these AI traffic has landed. Right, so parking brake. Yeah, he has departed and he's coming into land, but after him we should be good to go. No other traffic on the radar yet. There we can see these strobes. Alright, there he is. Ooh, that's gonna... Ooh. That was a bit of a hard touchdown. Okay, but now we are good. So let's pop on these strobes and landing lights. This goes to takeoff. And yeah, I think we are set really. We need to do the checklist before takeoff. Below the line, takeoff runway is confirm 06 left. Did they just said right? No, it's definitely left. Cabin crew is advised, and start selector is normal and packs are on. Right. It looks like he's already cleared of the runway.
On runway.
That was a pretty quick exit. But that's very good for us, so we can do a rolling start. So let's start the flight time, and off we go. Power established. Man flex, SRS and runway. Yeah, we can feel it's quite a bit of a derate in terms of engine power here. Uh, 100 knots. Okay, we are using quite a fair bit of the runway here. We want to rotate. And we are airborne. Here's coming up. Oh, some Asus. Sorry about this. Right, okay. Looking very good. We can pop on the autopilot. There's not much happening at this point. Heading select. Yeah, beautiful departure. I think I've basically only been here to Montreal with winter scenery. But this is looking really nice. Okay, climb power. And flaps 1. And flaps up. Okay, very nice, and I think now we should be good to get into this left-hand turn. Somewhere around there, and then we can go direct to the first waypoint in a second. Okay, do we have an after takeoff checklist or something like this? Takeoff flows, climb, after takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps are retracted and packs are on. After takeoff checklist completed. Okay, this can go all the way up to cruise 380. And ooh, that was some beautiful guessing. Heading 300 right onto Casca. Okay, direct Casca insert, and it should automatically go to nav mode. There we are. Very, very nice. Okay, beautiful. So that was a fairly good departure out of Montreal, and now we will enjoy some scenics of the departure and then hopefully have a nice arrival into Vancouver in a bit. So enjoy and see you back in a second. Hello folks, welcome back to the flight deck. We have already started our descent into Vancouver, just passing waypoint Booth at 15,000 feet. And yeah, as you can see around, very cloudy here today in Vancouver, so Rocky Mountains are hiding somewhere below this cloud cover. We can see some peaks just pushing through the cloud cover. But yeah, unfortunately not that much of a scenic arrival here today for that reason. But nevertheless, I hope we do have at least a nice final approach later on. So yeah, pretty well quick flight. I'm not sure if it's right to call it a quick flight, but 4 hours 47 now into the air time, so that's not too bad, I guess. And yeah, regarding the chart, I've prepared the arrival already, so we are flying the Canopy 5 arrival. There we can see our little plane just passing Booth. Now down on the star you can see we have a speed constraint at Stave, 230 knots, and also a couple of altitude constraints, which make a lot of sense, of course, since we want to make sure to not get too close to those mountains, especially today, as we don't have a visual on them. And yeah, then we will eventually get down to Gorek, and from Gorek we will start our final approach, ILS 26 right. Here's Gorek. So goal is to be ACNAT at 3000, and then we have a nice, I think it's standard, yeah, 3-degree glide slope into Vancouver. And yeah, that's what we're in for today. Regarding the weather, maybe let's have a quick look together. Ooh, okay, so there are some mountains. See, we are not even that far off the mountains. It's even getting a little bit scary with all the clouds around, and now also a bunch of traffic on the radar. So active sky and Vancouver. So we have winds 30 knots from 240. That means it's a nice bit of a headwind. Just a little bit of crosswind during landing, that's fine. Visibility is good, and then clouds are really low. Few at 1,800 feet, few 4,000 feet, few 5,500 feet. So a lot of 3 different low-hanging cloud covers, and that's really quite a lot. And altimeters are set local 3023 already, and cross-checked 12 degrees. So yeah, that's what we have down in Vancouver. I have set auto brake low since we are fairly light now, and approach speed is not too high. Let's double check. So we have yeah, config full 131 plus 5 makes it 136, and so auto brake low should do. Decision altitude is 209 feet, also pretty standard for an ILS. And yeah, so we are all set in that regard, and now we're really just waiting to get close to the airport. Yeah, look at this, how close these mountains get here. That's pretty stunning. I think it would be such a nice scenery if we could see a bit more, but unfortunately we can't really change the weather. Now let's make sure the aircraft is staying on the profile, getting a touch high. Also, we're coming up to 10,000, so let's put those landing lights on. Seatbelts are on already. And yeah, I will monitor how we get here on the profile and eventually put out a little bit of a speed brake. And yeah, let's hope for a nice landing here today. Okay, so we are back on the profile, in fact even a touch below the profile. I'm just thinking of, I mean, if we want to, we can go 3000 for a go rec already, and then we have a couple of miles to lose some speed and level off, and knowing the Airbus, that's sometimes quite handy. So I'm going to go open descent. We just have to make sure to not break that altitude constraint of 5000 here. But if we get to 3000 a bit earlier than the approach fixed, that would be kind of nice. So yeah, let's do that. Descent on idle power. Right, and then we are not that far out anymore. Let's see. Yeah, only 22 miles to the runway. Getting close. But still, there's really nothing to see. But yeah, now terrain is not too much of an issue anymore. We are sort of, I don't know how this area is called, like into the Vancouver area. So we have left the Rocky Mountains behind us. Yeah, one thing I'm just thinking about, since it is quite cold outside, we should put those engine anti-ice on. Passing through all those cloud levels. Okay, let's put the landing system on as well, and we already have it identified 18 miles out. And yeah, we are a touch high. We are in fact a touch high. Let's go flaps 1 also, since the aircraft does want to slow down. And also put out a bit of speed brake. And that happens very often in the A330. I'm not sure if that's also like that in the real plane, or if that is a Aerosoft thing, but yeah, happens basically on every single descent. Okay, but we are catching up. That will work just fine, I believe. Let's see. There's some checklists here. Approach checklist. Briefing, yeah, we've talked about the arrival, ecom status, checked seatbelts on. Barrel reference is set, we've done that earlier. Decision high is also set, engine start is normal. And then there will probably be a landing checklist. somewhere. Maybe not. Should be somewhere in here. There it is. Yeah. Okay, so we are below the Clyde. We can already arm approach mode, and that should capture localizer pretty much straight away. That's the localizer, and yeah, also let's slow down now. Speed 170. And we can go flaps 2, speed is checked. And arm the speed brakes. I think we should be lucky in terms of AI traffic. At least AI companion does not indicate on any traffic departing or landing into our runway. It's really quite scary. I mean, we are quite close to the ground already, 3,000 feet, and there's really nothing to see yet. Quite interesting. Okay, and that should be the Clyde slope any second now. Let's see, go around altitude. We can see the track on here climb 3,000 shuttle to 5,600. Okay, I've never seen the shuttle before. Don't know if it has a specific meaning. But yeah, let's do 5,600. Okay, and just, yeah, there we can see a bit of the ground coming through now. Oh, are we on, oh boy. I think, I forgot to switch around the seasons. I was not aware that we need to do it manually. Sorry about this, guys. So apparently we'll have a bit of a winter landing into Vancouver today.
2,500.
I mean, that's quite odd. I think most of the good sceneries these days do it automatically, the season shift, but apparently not Vancouver. Okay, sorry guys, it's just gonna be a bit snowy today. Okay, 7 miles out. Very nicely established on the approach now. And yeah, 6 miles. I think that's a good time to drop the gear. And then we go speed managed and flaps 3. And flaps 4. Okay, landing checklist. Cabin crew at as advised. Auto throttle is on speed. Auto brake is set to low and ECA memo landing no blue. Landing checklist completed. Okay, my aircraft. And now let's see if we can have a nice landing here today. This goes to taxi. Engine eyes can go off. Bit shaky now. Bumpy.
1,000.
And that's the 30 knots of wind already, quite steady, so wind is not an issue today.
Approaching. 26 right.
Still a bit bumpy, although we are pretty close to the ground already.
500.
Okay, looking good. We're stable.
300. 100 above.
FPS are not too great at the moment.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100.
A little bit low,
50,
but it's okay.
40. 30.
Retard.
Retard. 10. 5.
And there we are. Touchdown, reverse. Decelerate. Okay, 60 knots, idle forward, manual braking. Cool, so that was a pretty smooth landing, I guess. And we are perfect for this high-speed exit here. Right, okay, let's do a bit of a cleanup. Flaps are coming up. And then I think taxi should not be too far today. Landing lights and strobes. Let's start the APU. Okay, yeah, we could take a left-hand turn over here. A bit fast. And I should stop the flight time. 5 hours and 1 minute right now, so I think it was pretty much 5 hours on the spot. Right, and then in terms of parking position, I need to have a look at the chart. Parking positions. We will go down somewhere down here. That's 46, 47, somewhere around there. Let's see if 46 is available. 46. Says medium should be fine. Air Canada, of course. Ooh, bit of a leg spike. Went a bit too far here. Okay, and yeah, transponder TA, and then weather system to off, and also predictive wind shear to off. And let's see, now our gate should be in here. There is indeed a 777 next to us. I hope we will not clip our wing tips with this guy. But it looks like a big parking position, so I'm just guessing we will be all right. APU bleed. Okay, the parking position is a bit skewed. Now the thing is, GSX does not really know about that. They are aligned with this one, but I should stay on the bold line here. Okay, I think we just have to guess it today. Let's see. I think that's quite alright. Okay, let's set the parking brake. And APU is running, so cutting engines 1 and 2. Clock time 5:16. And let's see for this touchdown rate. 2:13. Yeah, that's quite nice. That's a good landing. Not like the best cruiser, but quite good nevertheless. Okay, and then beacons and seat belts, fuel pumps, and hopefully it's working now. No, it's not. Yeah, okay, so sorry guys, GSX is not working for the position right here. Maybe I should have also gone a bit further. I parked a bit far out here. Yeah, really too far. I think we should at least be within the boundaries of this line here, so could have gone a couple of meters further, but yeah, never mind, sorry about this. We will leave it here. And yeah, on this view, thank you very much guys for joining me on this Air Canada flight in the A330. Sorry again about the winter textures here. I was really expecting the scenery to change seasons automatically, but apparently it's not doing it on its own. So that's why it's looking a bit snowy, although we are in springtime, almost summer. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you for the next flight as well, and take care. Bye bye.